Hi, Linda Bowen here from StampingWithLinda.com, your cardiologist since 1997, helping you create cards from the heart. Today I'm going to show you a fun creative fold doing a mini pop-up garden. This is courtesy of Linda Heller and Stamping School. Just love this project. I'm going to be using the Tag It set. This is our featured set this year for the Ronald McDonald charity. It will be going out on June 1st, so if you don't have this set, you need to get that. I'm also going to be using my scallop tag topper punch. So let's get started. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in a piece of Whisper White cardstock. This measures 1 inch by 15/16. And why the 15/16? This is a 2-inch channel, and I find if I just make it a 1/16 of an inch smaller, it goes into that channel a lot better. I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Trimmer next, and I'm going to score this piece of cardstock at 4.5, at 5, and 5.5. We did this fun project at my retreat a week or so ago. So I've just got a mountain fold in there. Gonna bring in some fresh Prince Designer Series paper and really red cardstock. All of the measurements are going to be under in my blog, and it's going to be under Mini Pop-Up Garden. I'm going to start listing all of my creative folds, my What's Up and my Wow videos with a product name so that you'll be able to search it on my blog. That is a great tip that was shared that I needed to do with on my videos. I kept saying to check it out on my blog, but if you didn't go on that day, you did not know where the blog post was in regards to the videos. So that's something new, search engine showing the project. So there I've got that. I have taken a piece of 1 inch by 3 inch gumball green, scored it down the middle. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to take my fringe scissors, and I have not cut this paper straight, and the reason being that it's going to give some different texture to my grass. I'm going to show you when I turn it over. It wasn't straight, so now I have like 2 layers of grass. I'm going to go in and run my adhesive down along that grass and put it right on that mountain fold, like so. I've cut it a little bit larger so that I can just go in with my snips and trim that off. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the Petite Petal stamp set and punch. I see I am missing my punch, so let me go find that punch. Let me go stamp that correctly, and then I will go find my punch. Be right back. Okay, I've got my Petite Petal punch. This does come in a bundle, and when you purchase in a bundle, you get it at the 15% off, so great savings. I've punched my 3 flowers. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in a 1/4 inch piece of window sheet. I'm sure that is going to be very hard for you to see it on the video. But I'm taking my glue dots and I'm attaching those 3 flowers to that window sheet. Window sheet comes 12 by 12, so when you're only doing 1/4 inch strips, you sure get a lot out of that 12-inch piece of window sheet. So there I've got my 3 flowers. I'm going to just cut them apart, just right under the the petals like so. And I'm going to kind of line them up to see if I've got them. I'm going to make this one maybe just a little bit shorter along with that one. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue dots, and I'm going to put it on both sides of that little window sheet. And then, seems like I missed one there, so let's grab another one. By putting it on both sides of the window sheet, it will hold that grass in place. So I've got my two little flowers. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with that I Dig You stamp. So there I've got my flowers like so. My little pop-up. Going to grab I Dig You and my markers. First, my red marker, just inking right on the back of the stamp. Then my Early Espresso. One thing nice about Stampin' Up's markers, you've got a wide tip and a narrow tip. I like to use the wide tip when I am inking on the back of my stamp. I'm going to stamp that just on a scrap piece of Whisper White. Then I'm going to go in with my punch and punch that out, just center it. Could have picked up a little bit bigger piece of cardstock, but always stamp first, turn your punch over, and you can see where you need to punch that. Going to go in with a piece of scrap, real red cardstock. Going to grab my snips and just trim that punch like so. That is going to allow me to have a background to that punched out image. Just layering it on like so. Let's see if I can get it even. There we go. And on this side, grab a dimensional, place that on the back. I have already taken one of our metallic silver clothespins. I've tied that with some cherry cobbler cardstock. That is going to be for my little tag, but here is my pop-up garden. Isn't that pretty? Remember to visit my blog for all of the measurements and supply list and search Mini Pop-Up Garden. There you have it. Thanks for joining me.